welcome friends. Stacia here with your cup of sugar. I'm here reporting live from the carpool line with good ideas that probably are not going to manifest because it's December 20th. And no matter what tradition, whatever that is, that you practice, about now, the end of the year, we all start feeling like there's just not enough time. Okay, so case in point, I want you to feel better. That's my goal. This is a really cool Rubbermaid container. They're called Crystal Lock or something. They're fantastic. Anyway, available at Target. This is, a container of wasabi peas. And I've had this since Thanksgiving when I went, let's not throw those away, even though everyone's touched them and everything else. It's kind of gross when you think about it. Let's not throw that away. We could do something. We could make something with that. Wouldn't it be great if we strung the wasabi peas instead of popcorn for the tree? Right? And look where they are. They've just been sitting there in a stack of things to do. So I don't know that it's going to get done. It probably won't. But here I am in the carpool line. I have a little bit of time. When you have a little bit of time to yourself, you could be like me and come and talk to you or talk to yourself, both of which I like to do a lot. You could meditate. You could daydream. You could do nothing but sit here and breathe on this beautiful sunny day. Or you bring these wasabi peas with you and also share a tool, which is, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this with like a fisherman's, this is a fisherman's needle. I don't know why. It's a net needle or something. But see how it hooks up at the back. So I'm going to use that because just like an offset spatula or an offset eyeliner or any other offset tool, it makes it so much less likely that you will bring harm to yourself or others. I can't, as somebody who's done this repeatedly. Okay, also in my pocket, rather than grab thread or dental floss, usually I will use dental floss for almost anything, but I looked in there and I have so many different colors of embroidery floss that I've never used before. So I decided, why don't I just grab that and put it in my pocket? Then I don't have to cut anything. I don't have to do anything. It's all here. It's already done. If, of course, I can untangle this mess and find the beginning. Woo-hoo! That is always the way, isn't it, Arachne? Okay. Do you remember when, it was Arachne, yes, who gave, didn't give it to the Minotaur, gave it to, I don't really care about him as much as I care about the Minotaur, into the labyrinth, the ball of thread so that he could find his way out. Pretty genius. Minotaur doesn't need to find his way out. It's his labyrinth. I feel like a Minotaur a lot of times and lost in my own labyrinth, I'll tell you. All right, so I'm just gonna see if this works. I don't know. Of course, I can't see the way I used to, even with contact lenses in. So I'm gonna throw like, you could use hand gel, you could use soap, but then don't put it in your mouth. That's all I'm saying. They also just make like a cool little beeswax thing that you just go zzz across it, and it makes it so it's, look, I threaded it. Of course, the eye is threading the needle, the eye of the needle. Okay, I'm just gonna see if this works. Which one should we choose? Okay, how about this one? All right, so it's a pretty big needle and a pretty small pea, and it seems like, most accidents. Oh, okay, it didn't work because look, the needle's too big. The pea is too brittle. Princess and the Pea, it's too brittle. And that's just not gonna work. It seemed like it might have worked when I had 2 minutes until I had to leave the house, but it didn't work. And that's okay. So I can either pop some popcorn or I could, these don't smell all that great. They smell a little bit like, go around and smell your oil. After a month, all of your oils, probably 2 weeks, need to be thrown away except for coconut oil. which is pretty stable. But anyway, yeah, I'm not liking this so much. So I don't know. Maybe I'll hot glue them in a row somewhere. But, you know, I love the idea of this. That I'm like, okay, here's this fisherman's tool. And I'm going to do this thing. And I'm going to make it. Okay, it's in there. But let me tell you that most accidents occur. It's all about your expectations. So if I have an expectation that I'm going to have resistance here, and then suddenly that wasabi pea gives, I will definitely stab myself. I didn't, but I could have. I've done it so many times. It's all same thing with knives. That is why a dull knife is much more dangerous than a sharp knife, because you're sawing away and thinking it's not going to give, and then all of a sudden it does. So it is change in pressure that almost always, and thwarted expectations, that almost always leads to injury of some kind. And whether it's wasabi peas or artsy craftsy stuff or relationships or anything else, it's all about expectations. So I kind of expected that I was going to be able to pull this off. This looks like Horton Hears a Who, doesn't it? A little bit. It's like the little hello and Horton. Yeah. I wish I knew all of that by heart. I used to as a kindergarten teacher, but I cannot recite Horton Hears a Who by heart. So as I am a complete and total failure, I'm just going to say that, you know what? When in doubt, get one of these needles. Really good for things like runners, or if you have to sew a rug or something like that. Always use dental floss first because it's super sturdy. Embroidery floss was kind of a good idea. And, you know, don't be afraid to abandon a project just because it seems like a great idea. Just because I thought this up, I don't have to do this. Oh, it's time to move. Okay. Potluck Padma here. All of you, be well, be spicy. Pay attention when you're in the car, driving, doing the thing that you're doing. Put your seat in the butt, as they say. Okay. Happy December 20th. Much love. Beautiful, beautiful sunshiny day. And don't be afraid to throw away the wasabi peas. They've been around for a month. Okay.